All right. What's up, cats?
Cats and dogs, man.
Cool cats and kittens.
Who's got kittens? You?
No, we,
Oh.
we did get rid of them though.
No.
So how are you guys?
Good, you. How was the weekend?
It was pretty good.
First weekend it didn't rain in a long time,
Huh?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't bad yesterday over the
No.
weekend. Little humid, but
Yeah. Went to the Brooklyn Fair Saturday.
oh, did you?
It was.
I haven't been there.
We don't go to them every year because they don't change much.
No, they
you
don't
know,
change
but
much. It's usually the same.
We it was good. We went in the afternoon. We didn't go at night this time, so it was a different crowd. It was different things. But
Yeah,
it was good.
yeah. Well, this weekend's the other one.
Woodstock. Yeah,
yeah.
I won't go there. That one's gotten a little out of touch.
Oh, I haven't been there in a
It's
few
not-
years.
The Brooklyn Fair was very agricultural.
Oh.
The Woodstock Fair is food and rides and vendors and a little bit of agriculture.
Well,
stuff.
they're already pushing the eastern states. That was already
yeah.
being pushed.
That's
yeah.
usually September.
Yeah, I think it's
I don't know. I with me the fairs are like it's a money grab. By the time you've walked in the door, if you're bringing a family of four,
it's big.
It was the Brooklyn Fair was if you were a senior, it was $10.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, wasn't bad.
yeah,
Went to the
yeah, but parking,
in the field across the street. Yeah,
yeah, you gotta pay
$7
for that.
$7.
What is it? $15 to get in?
No, 10 if you're a senior, 13 if you're not.
Okay, so let's say a
it's
family of
$20.
four, right?
$20 to park and walk in the door.
Okay, so you figure, let's say $13 a person because you have whatever, so
Three or four
it's
people, yeah.
$52,
Mhm.
$7 to park,
It's $60.
$60
Oh,
just
yeah.
to walk in the door.
Yeah.
The parking money up there goes for their fire department. That's all donations to their Mortlake Fire
Oh,
Department.
well,
it
that's
doesn't go to the fair people. It's very clear where that money goes.
I do want to show something really, really fast here on if I can get this to. But it's on a story, so it's like it goes really, really fast. Hold on a minute.
It's a boy!
So here it is. That's my son right there, and his wife Michaela. And yesterday they had their gender reveal for their baby,
Oh, really?
who's going to be born in March.
Oh, wow.
So that's why you're hearing it's a boy.
Oh.
That's Michaela.
Congratulations.
Wow.
So another family keeps growing.
Well, it's going to be pretty tough to get out there and help them swim.
What do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean?
It means on Wednesday you got to take turns. Go one there, one there.
I'll be building up some freaking flyer miles. I'll
Say,
tell you
that's
that.
a pretty long drive. Yeah,
Huh?
that's a long drive, right?
I know it. What's up there, Bruce? My sea unicorn friend,
Oh.
who I want to have all of. See, when I did the camera outside the broadcast booth at Dodge Stadium.
Yeah.
So I met a bunch of people that were always sitting around right where I was, and we all became friends. I think I probably told you the one story of one guy that I called him Walt all summer long, but his name was Phil. I didn't even know it and everybody else knew it. They just let me go with it, and they said, "Why are you calling him Walt?" I said, "What do you mean? His name is Phil." So anyway, good morning, Bruce. So we got to have you guys in because that was a hell of a summer. Good morning, Kim, nurse to be Bailey. What's going on? We were supposed to have a guest this morning, but we don't have a guest this morning. So here we are. So
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
So anyway,
Yeah. Well, way it goes. So.
quit being freaking politically correct. Well, yeah.
It happens.
Mm.
What are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whatever.
things happen, right?
Things
Yeah,
happen.
whatever.
You know, out of their control.
Good morning, Laura. She's there. You're there. So, family of four to walk into the damn Brooklyn Fair
Yep.
or the Woodstock Fair, $60.
Woodstock's more, I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
I
more.
think it's 50. That's what I was saying.
Oh, I
so
hope
now you're
not.
looking at 70.
I'd like to go, but I don't know if I'm going to make it. It's like too much walking
We went
around.
to Woodstock last year. I won't, and even the Big E. We went to the Big E last year, probably the first time in 5 or 6 years.
No, I'm
Scenery
not going.
hasn't changed there either, believe me.
I'm not going.
Nah.
Biggie.
Wait,
Although
what?
they were showing some of.
Mike's right. It's a big money grab. If you don't
Yeah.
walk out of there $100 light, you didn't.
Oh, you're going to spend more than $30
Oh,
on
yeah.
stuff in there. You can't even get a sandwich for under 12.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
They were showing
You know,
some of
so-
showing some of the food they were going to, because they had I guess they had a weekend. They was showing all the food they're going to sell there.
Okay.
They had a hamburger with an onion ring. On the top of thing was a donut, a plain donut on the bottom, and a sugar donut on the top.
Oh, Jesus.
So there's donut,
Oh, yeah.
hamburger,
Yeah,
and onion ring.
I have not had that, but
it was like this freaking high. It's like, who the hell's going to eat that?
Mm.
Can you imagine the calories in that thing?
remember Arugas?
Yeah.
Okay, so we used to go there a little bit.
Yep.
I don't even know why they closed.
I don't
they,
either.
they were fun.
Yep.
And we ended up getting well, I didn't, but Dane ended up getting the peanut butter and jelly burger.
I know people that have had that. I never did.
He said it was delicious.
That's what I've heard. Yep.
Where did I get one of those? I just got one of those recently somewhere. Where the
What, a
hell-
peanut butter and jelly burger?
Yeah.
Has anybody tried a peanut butter and jelly burger?
I
What
have.
was your experience with it?
That was like the thing down there. Yeah.
Yeah. It used to be at that sports thing down by Mohegan, but
Right.
somebody else had done it, and I forget where the hell I ate it. It was different. I mean, it was like, wow. I don't think
Like,
I could. I
wow,
don't-
you got a wow? out
no,
of that?
I don't think I could do
Like,
another one.
wow.
I don't think I could do another one. It was that bad. It was that
What was it, the
sweet.
donut, the peanut butter and jelly?
It was the peanut butter
Okay.
and jelly.
You-
Was it just
actually
not
tried it.
good?
It was
Or
just too sweet.
okay, that I can understand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, they
one's
put-
enough.
They put too much jelly on
Yeah,
it. or
one's
something.
enough. But it was certainly different.
I used to like they had baby back ribs, and they were awesome.
Yeah.
The last time we went there, they were so bad you couldn't even chew the meat off the bones.
Oh wow.
And you got the manager involved and back and forth, and got a lot of blah blah blah, and never any satisfaction out of it. So we never went back. But shortly thereafter, they closed. They must have been on the downhill at that point. Like you
Yeah.
say, I don't know why they closed, but yeah, it was good. It really was.
Let's see here. It's way behind. There we go. So, yeah, I don't know. I would rather go to a Renaissance fair, personally.
Never been.
Yeah.
Okay, those are just fun.
Yeah.
Because you're walking around and they have characters all over the place, that are in character.
Yeah.
They're, and they will interact with you,
Oh.
So, they're, and they have the some of the same ones, like the bishop and the priest. They walk around and they're dirty, and they walk around
Yeah.
and
Hey,
they talk to you.
You know where Lady Marion is?
Yeah.
Behind the rooms back there.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, and you can get like a big old tube of mead.
Yep.
And which you ever had mead? It's like a liquor wine made out of honey.
Oh, really?
So we've gone to King Richard's up in South Carver, Mass.
Okay.
A bunch of times,
Yeah.
and it's expensive to get in there. It's like $35. But they have shows everywhere. I mean, like jousting shows. They have
Yeah.
comedians.
Yeah.
They have this one guy named these French guys, Jacques the Whipper, and he has a whip.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. The Excalibur in Vegas caters to that. And when you go in, you have a meal. They give you, you have a chicken.
Yeah.
You have to eat the chicken
With your
fingers,
hands.
with your
Yeah,
hands,
That's like
yeah.
that place. Is that like the one in Saybrook where you sit outside on the tree stumps? There's a place
Oh, I don't know about
right
that
on
one.
Route 1. I think it's one of them kind of joints that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever they call that. I don't know. You sit outside literally on tree stumps.
there's one there's one down in Orlando where I don't know if it's still there, and there was one in Boston. There was one in East Rutherford. Anyway, you sit in this arena, and they have a contest. It's a contests, of who's going to win and who's going to win the heart of the, and you each sitting in a section.
Yep.
So like, your one's in the black section, the Black Knights, of course, gets the booze. Medieval times. That's right, Alicia. You're right. Medieval times.
Yeah.
And you go in there and you eat with your hands.
Yeah.
So like the first thing you get is soup, right? And it's a bowl, but it's got a little handle on it, so so it's easy, right? But it's funny because the waitress comes over, and they go, "Hello, I'm so and so. I'll be your wench for the evening," and it's really it's funny. And then you watch the whole show. It was like $30-$40 at the time. The Primal Feast, and you get like a whole little chicken, like a little Cornish game hen or whatever.
Yeah.
And you sit there and you're cheering, and
It's called The Place.
The Place, huh?
It's actually Guilford,
Oh,
down on Route 1.
I've
You
never
sit
even
on
heard of it.
Tree stumps and circle bright red tables. I've never gone there. I couldn't tell you.
So yeah, I mean, I would rather go places like that.
Yeah.
Than walk around the fair on a hot, dusty night. I don't know. That's just my thing. I mean, I'm not trying to knock anybody that likes that stuff.
Yeah.
I get a kick out of like the cows and all the animals and stuff. Then they have, of course, where they're selling everything that should be on as seen on TV.
Yeah.
All those items.
yeah.
But I don't know. What's your favorite thing about the fairs? Since we're smack dab in the middle of fair season.
Yeah, we are. I don't know. The Brooklyn Fair was kind of cool because they had a lot of old belt-driven farm equipment there.
Oh, yeah, they always do.
That was running.
Yep.
Yeah.
And making bales of hay, making
Yep.
shingles out of logs. It was,
Yep.
it was actually pretty cool to sit there and watch that kind of thing. That was good. The truck pulls were pretty good. Of course, there's always the pig races. The pig races are funny as hell,
Yeah.
But just things like that. I mean, I don't care about going and throwing darts at balloons and
No,
that
I don't.
kind of
Like
stuff.
the Midway.
I'm not there
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah, we never go there.
Not there for that. I
No.
want to.
Yeah, we
That's
do.
why the Woodstock Fair and the Big E just don't do it that much anymore. The Brooklyn Fair is a better fair.
Well, the Brooklyn Fair is like Woodstock Fair light. It's the same thing.
Well, they have the
but
same
it's still
stuff.
it's still more agricultural though.
Which one? Woodstock?
No, Brooklyn.
Okay.
I
all
believe
right.
I think more animals. They got everything: donkeys, horses. They got all kinds of stuff there. I think more so than
Cougars.
Woodstock, because Woodstock, all their stuff's up in that one little.
But they're
corner.
walking around.
Yeah, they're up in that one little corner. That's all they got up there.
Yeah, they
Brooklyn's
usually
got 'em
have
all
the
over
birthing. Woodstock usually has the birthing cows up there.
Yeah.
And you pick them. When's this cow going to have
Yep.
that kid? Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Usually over the course of a week, they get 4
Yeah.
or 5 births too.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's
I have not been to a Melissa and I was talking about it too, and it's like we have no interest in
No.
going
No.
to the Brooklyn or the Woodstock Fair. So sorry, to the Woodstock and Brooklyn Fair for not us
supporting them.
supporting. Well, I mean, I so hope they do well.
Yeah, right. Oh, they do. Believe me. My God, the lines when we left there at must have been close to 7:00 at night. I'll tell you what, the lines were incredible waiting to get in there.
Really?
Oh yeah.
So Cindy over on Grizzled News and Notes says, I went to the Brooklyn Fair Friday night. The weather was beautiful, and so were the horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I went. I went all the time when I was a kid. And because it was something to do. But as I got older and stuff like that and started flipping the dollars, I'm like, to me, it just wasn't.
Well, it's very expensive to go now. It's not cheap
What
like
hasn't,
it.
right?
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of places that are going to charge you parking knowing you got nowhere else to go. And it's like, to me, that's just, I don't know.
Well, like I said,
That's it's almost like extortion.
yeah, like I said, the parking money there though went for their fire department, so that's good for them. At least it's not going in the pockets of the group that's running the fair. It's going for something else.
Well, I hope so. I hope
Well,
so.
it was big banners.
But
But
there
said
are-
it was for Morton Lake Fire Department.
But there are people there too. There are people there that have their own private land.
Right.
Yeah.
More so up in Woodstock.
Yeah, Woodstock across
Yeah.
the street. That's all
across
private.
the street, all private.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make a killing.
They make a killing.
And it's not all $7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some that are 10. There's some that are.
and it's all cash too.
Uh-huh.
Get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember back in the day, they had one thing that I really, really loved. And I would go there. They had this butterfly pork sandwich. And it was basically just 2 chops on a roll, but they had it seasoned. It was perfect.
Yeah.
And back then, just to give you an idea how long it's been since I've been to the fair, $5.
Mm.
And even then, I'm like, that's expensive. Now it's got to be $12, $15.
I had this thing. The first time I ever ran into it was at the State Fair, West Virginia, and it was called Frito Pie. And they put Fritos,
Chili,
the chili,
cheese.
the cheese,
Yeah,
some jalapenos. Now, the first time I had it, that stuff was the bomb.
Yeah.
So I had bought it, made it a few times. It was pretty good. Well, this is the first time I've ever seen it up here on a food truck. And I said,
Yeah.
I got to try it.
Yep.
And that thing was in a little paper thing that big. $15
Yeah.
Hormel chili.
for $15. Well, it was good. I got to say that. But like the sausage,
That's a thing. That's a
sausage,
thing.
peppers, and onions, $15
Yeah.
for one sausage.
Food
I got a whole
trucks are-
pack.
food trucks are
I got
expensive.
3 packs of sausage for $15.
Yeah.
So, like, when I go to Fenway, which is rare, I don't really go a lot.
Yeah.
But when we do, or I do, I'll go up there, and the first thing I do, sausage and peppers. And it's the size of your arm.
Well, you
Right?
don't mind, right? Paying for it.
Yeah, and it's well, not bad.
No.
It's like $10.
Oh, jeez.
You know, and it's like the shit is packed, and you go to the next guy. Hey, come over here, $9, and they're literally fighting back and forth.
Wow.
And I'm like, but I would go to the same guy all the time.
Yeah.
You buy it inside, it's not as good, and it's twice the money.
Yeah.
So eat your sandwich outside, then go in.
I've heard about the cost of a beer at a baseball stadium, and it's absolutely insane. I think what the Phillies was, I believe, were they one of the highest on the list? But somebody just put out a list of stadiums and what they get for things, and I want to say Philadelphia was the highest for beer. It was insane. It was $15, $16 for a beer.
Wow.
Let's see. The average cost right now of a hot dog and a beer.
Probably $30, right?
I'm looking here. All right, so the cheapest, Coors Field. Makes sense. Then the Rogers Center. Anyway, blah 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 blah. The most expensive hot dog is Petco Park in San Diego, $7.75
For a hot dog.
for a freaking hot dog.
Wow.
And the most expensive, well, the average. These are average prices. The highest average price of a beer is at Washington Nationals Park. It's $15.
Wow.
So their average price, actually, they're right up there with the hot dogs too. So it's $23 for a hot dog and a beer.
And people stand in line waiting to get it.
Yep.
Wow.
Um,
Unbelievable.
the average price to go to a base. I mean, we talk about the fairs, right, and how
Yep.
expensive it is to go,
Yeah.
right? The average price to go to a baseball game, the highest average price is Dodger Stadium, $115 a ticket.
Per person.
Average,
Per person. Wow.
where the cheapest is Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, and they're $42.
That's
Average.
They got all them salaries they got to pay.
Yeah.
Multi-million
Well,
dollars.
the Dodgers got they got $1 billion TV deal. You think that would,
Wow.
whatever. Let's see if there's anything else. Arizona, the Diamondbacks, cheapest for a hot dog, $2.99.
That's not bad.
That's respectable.
That's respectable. Yeah. They made out of rattle.
Now it says right here, Yankees $3. I find that hard to believe. Miami Marlins $3. Minnesota Twins $4.
Those are
Atlanta
fish.
Braves
Those are
$4.
made out of fish.
Fish dogs.
Better than rattlesnake, right?
Yeah, they made
Yeah.
stuff about rattlesnake.
Let's see. Oh, okay. We have a question. Are you guys going to post the Rams versus the Ellington Roadrunners? And I'm assuming you're talking about youth football. And are you talking about this year?
Oh, Ram, RHAM.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Had to focus back in on that one.
Yeah. So whoever you are, because you're
User.
you are FN, so you're FN, and then an N, so whatever that means. So I don't. So I'm assuming it's a young man posting this. So are you talking about this year, or are you already gone? It's funny too because on social media, if you don't answer something within 45 seconds, or 10 seconds, they're gone. They want immediate attention.
Well, that's the way of the world, right?
Yep. So
Yeah.
Lucky if you get the 2-hour response sometimes.
yeah. So I'm going to put it out there. All right. So are you guys going to post the Rams versus Ellington Roadrunners? If you're talking about this year, we are not scheduled to cover a Ram game or the Roadrunners games. If they would like us to cover them, they can certainly reach out to me, and we can have a conversation about that.
Yeah. I like Ellington's quite a ways up.
We have gone to Ellington.
I know you have, but the people
Yeah.
around here, I mean, Ellington is like the
Yeah.
side of the state.
It was because there's really no highway around
No,
there.
gotta check
It's
the
it took an hour and 20 minutes
yes,
to
back
get
roads.
there.
Back roads. Yeah.
So yeah,
It's all rural.
we are doing the 4 home dates for Griswold Youth Football, and that first one's going to be the 7th of September. That'll be the first one. We have we're also doing the ECC Game of the Week, and the first ECC Game of the Week. Ready for this?
Yeah.
It's a swim meet, baby. It's a swim meet. It's like 4 ECC schools. It'll be at the VAT in Ledyard, which is an outdoor swimming facility.
Wow.
It's really nice. We were there checking it out the other day, to see where we're going to set cameras up and stuff. Very, very nice.
Well, hopefully it's
very
warm.
nice.
Take Benny down there. Let Benny show him how to swim.
Yeah, he is the swimming maven. He's so cute.
Well, Griswold will have its pool once
Yeah.
YMCA gets in.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll have our own pool. Right?
Oh yeah.
What's that?
When the Heritage Village gets in and the YMCA is there, we'll have our own pool.
Yeah.
Then we could do stuff like
Olympic
that.
size pool. We're gonna have it all up there.
Yeah, dream a little dream of me.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the vendors from the flea market were there. What do you mean, Cindy? I don't know. You mean the flea market that I go to?
Where were they at? Brooklyn Fair?
Brooklyn Fair.
How come you weren't up there selling your tumblers?
I don't know why you're laughing. Is it a joke?
Oh,
Is it a joke, Paul? Is it a joke that we sold 819 in 3 days? Is that a joke to you, Paul?
no?
Is that it? Huh?
No.
What?
No.
What? Is it a joke to you? Was this something I made funny? Was it good?
It's a one-time deal of
Good.
819. Now he's
We can get
Mr.
into
Tumbler.
we can get into TNT Tumblr's website and we can mark stuff down and make it happen again.
Yeah. It's just part of the fictitious.
Next thing I know, I got 500 orders for one that's 4 cents.
Yeah.
Shit, Canova.
we can use my anonymous
Yeah.
email address.
We can get it.
Yeah. and send it off to him. We'll fix his ass.
Who did it? It was anonymous.
Yeah, we'll
Anonymous
fix-
Paul.
We'll fix his ass.
$1.99, shipping included.
Yeah.
Man, imagine that. And you know what? One day that was a thing.
Mm.
That was a thing.
Yeah.
Why do you include shipping or you charge for it?
It's absorbed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I can charge $25 and give you free shipping.
Or I can,
Or
sell
I
it
can
for
charge
20.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you
pay for the shipping. Yeah. So it's the same thing. People still have not figured that concept out yet. If it says free, that's what I mean. Free is a very popular word or a powerful word.
I look at it on eBay when I buy stuff on eBay.
Yeah, free shipping.
And I'll go look at the free shipping, and I'll go look at somebody that's got it priced with shipping. And sometimes that price and you pay your own shipping is a few bucks less.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't look at that.
Yeah.
Smart shoppers like Rich Canova does.
Yeah, I make people pay for their own shipping when I sell things. I price it so it's so low that I couldn't afford to ship it for free for them.
Those cups cost about $6.
Yeah.
Right, literally to ship. Yeah.
Wow.
Anywhere in the United States, it's usually
Yeah.
between $5 and $6,
Yeah.
depending on where they go.
Yeah, they're gonna. Aren't they raising the prices though? I think.
Postal service
Again.
stamps going up, so I assume everything else is, right?
The
Yeah.
forever stamps have gone up.
Yeah.
I was smart a couple of years ago on one of those websites. I forget what it was. I'd have to go look again, but I bought forever stamps on there for $48 a roll. They were 48 cents a piece, and I still got like a roll and a half of them left.
You got to use them.
We don't use them much, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Nobody mails much anymore.
No, I know. Everything's online. Pay your bills online.
They keep buying that damn thing. Oh, look.
Wow.
Don't complain.
That was just last night.
Wow.
It's hard to keep up with them. There was something I was going to talk about. Oh, all right. So we're talking about the fairs and what people are doing locally and stuff like that. I do have a little bit of an axe to grind
Oh.
with you remember, I think you were part of this show where I was showing the letter that I got on my car.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So there was somebody. Now, people watch our shows, number one. And number two, they will as time goes on. And views just accrue and accrue and accrue, right?
Yeah.
So that's why we tell people, well, if you advertise, it's always there. It's going to be there. So anyway, there is, and I'm only going to mention this man's name because it's in his comment, Bill Dumas, who I've never met the man, but I've seen him around. Well, I've heard it for many years. And I will let me get to it. And I'll just go ahead and read it because
Let's face it. It gets around. People talk.
yeah,
It gets talked up, and eventually it gets back to the guy who put the letter on your car.
yeah. So I don't even know if I can. Let me see if I can even search it. I don't even know. Trying to find something. No. And so anyway, what he had put on there was, and it was very nice. I mean, but to me, it was not correct. So anyway, he had wrote in his response on the video on our YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. He said, it's not a bad thing that they want the first 5 up front for their business.
Understandable.
Right. And then he says, and then the rest, the other 20 spots are, and they're very kind. He says that the Anthonys are very kind to go ahead and share the other 20 spots with people, or different, residents, in the town. My problem was when they weren't even open. when I got that letter on my car, they weren't even open.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, all right. So if we're going to be that picky, okay, that's fine. Well, the other day, I went down. Well, anyway, so he said, that's that's what they do. I'm like, okay, great. This is what he failed to say, and I commented this as well. He said, number one, my problem was not so much during regular business hours when they're open; it's when they're closed. And I said, and that's when I said, I don't know the last time they were open on a Sunday.
Right.
And then, I was parked there and then boop, I get a letter. Well, I don't know.
Well, that was on a Sunday?
It was like a Saturday or something. It was like, but it was after business hours.
I don't think they live there. So
No. So then, and I said, before we put a halo on them for offering their other 20 spots, I said, you have to understand there are many businesses in town that also share their parking, and they don't say anything.
Right.
And they sure as hell don't put letters on cars, like the Jewett City Savings Bank.
Yep.
They will share their parking. The former Leffler's funeral home.
Walgreens. You can go
Walgreens,
yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
These are all places that, even here at Paragon.
In a short way, they're supporting downtown business by letting you park there.
Yeah.
Listen, you don't want to park on the street. The way them dump trucks come rolling through here, you
Oh,
lose
yeah.
4 cars in one shot.
Yeah, so Paragon and the pharmacy.
Yeah.
It's a shared parking lot, but if people park there, they don't say anything.
They don't say nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm not about to put a halo on a business that whatever. But if you read the letter, it doesn't say anything about people parking there. It says the 5 spots are for the hardware store only, and the rest of them are for our tenants.
They don't have that many tenants there.
But that was the thing.
Yeah.
That was the letter. It said nothing about public parking or people being able to use that. So that letter to me tells me, no, you can't use it.
Yeah.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Okay, if that's the case, put a fence up. Have somebody there collect $3 to park. Welcome to the Woodstock Fair.
Right.
And you know what? If that's what you want to do, fine. That's whatever it is.
Yeah.
They do it in Hartford. You get a lot in the middle, and you get it's a gated thing. You got to pay, and that's it. If that's what they want to do, fine.
Does it say anything about being towed?
It does.
It
At the
does.
owner's expense, right?
At the owner's expense.
Oh.
So, yeah. So I wrote that in my response.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well,
Well, I think
if you're going to go ahead and, make it seem like, they're doing a great thing, which,
Not.
okay, they're fine. But when you read the letter in it,
It's not all that.
no. And that's fine. I mean, let's define it for what it is, If you don't want anybody to park there and it's for your tenants only,
Fence it.
fence it. And if you're going to allow public parking at some time and you want to charge for it, then charge for it. I'll park at Walgreens. Then I'll go to Home Depot.
I mean, wasn't there just recently an article on that business
Yeah.
on Facebook?
50, 60 years, 70 years
Yeah.
in business now. Yeah.
God bless them.
Listen,
My father's been going there for years.
withstood the test of time. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got to give him credit for that. But
Absolutely.
wow.
And I have nothing against them personally. They're very
No.
nice. They're very knowledgeable,
Mhm.
and they're great guys. You go in there, they're very helpful. They had everything.
Yeah.
So even stuff from 1945.
Yeah.
It's like the modern day Zucker Browns,
Yep. Montville Hardware is the same way. If you
Really?
can't find it there, it's not made.
Yeah. So I figured, all right. So anyway, if you want to read it, you can see it. But I mean, I didn't slam the guy.
No, right.
I just said, okay, well, the letter didn't say this, doesn't say that.
But by right, it's not available for anybody other than residents and customers, according to the letter.
According to the letter.
So-
That's my point.
Where we got the point from.
That's what bent me up sideways. Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
You go by there on any Saturday or Sunday,
It's
and
got
the
people
people
in
that
it.
park there to go to Charlene's and whatnot
Yeah.
is, it's,
Or the laundromat.
yeah.
Or they're going to get a tattoo.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, you.
I just
You know what the big question is?
What's that?
How many other people out there have ever gotten that letter?
I don't know. I mean, I saw them on
Oh,
a bunch
did
of
you?
cars.
Oh,
Yeah, it
yeah?
wasn't just me.
Oh, okay.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no,
All right.
there were a bunch of cars that had that letter on it that day.
Well, some people probably just
You
took it off, and ripped it up, threw it away.
Because that was your vehicle that was lettered, right? Yeah. So you kind of stuck out a little bit. I just
Yeah,
wondering if they
yeah.
tagged anybody else's.
Oh yeah, there were a bunch.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't. It wasn't. They weren't singling me out
Gotcha.
or nothing like that. And again, I think they're great guys.
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
Like, listen, when
They
Phil
really
was
are.
first selectman, I talked with him quite a bit. He
Sure.
was a good guy. I never had any problems with him. A couple issues that I had, he took care of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that letter said, okay, nothing's available. If
Mhm.
nothing's available, okay, then do something about it. Don't just drop me a letter and warn me that I'm going to get towed
Yeah.
after I spent $24 on a power strip.
Did you clear the air now?
Just had to throw that
No.
in there.
Yeah,
You know?
you feel
Yeah.
better?
Could have got it down the road for 12, but nope. I kept my business in town.
I did.
Yeah, hey, you know what? Sometimes I do. You know, it's not. It's just not worth driving to even Norwich. I mean, you know, to go to the grocery store. I mean, I'm not a Walmart person. I don't
Me
like the
either.
place. I don't their grocery section. You know, I'm not buying fresh vegetables there and all that stuff. Forget it. But my next go to is ShopRite in Norwich.
Yep.
And I'm not going to drive to ShopRite to get 2 tomatoes.
No.
No.
You know what I mean? So I will swing over to Better Value. But you know, that hasn't been the greatest in the last several years either. So
I heard that they're maybe now this is I don't want to start a rumor.
Yeah.
But I heard they weren't going to be there anymore.
oh really?
I heard that they were. If anybody knows anything about that, haven't heard anything definitive about
No.
that, but it could just be a rumor, and I'm making it
I
worse.
have not heard. Wow.
Yeah.
They're owned by what? Adams, right? I think
Yeah,
Adams Market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea. They're total. I mean, there are things that I like there, and there are things that I like at Aldi, and there are things that
Yeah,
I like
Aldi's.
at
I like
Walmart.
Aldi. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like you can get snack cakes.
Yep.
You know, at Aldi 3 times cheaper than you can get them at Walmart.
Yeah.
You know. And then if you really want to, and then I think the deli at Better Value is way better than the one at Walmart.
Oh God.
Yeah. See,
You know,
this
So-
time of year, I just go to a local market. You know, go to Campbell's or I go down 164,
Uh-huh.
get fresh vegetables. I don't buy vegetables.
Yeah. Right. Right.
I don't buy them this
Right.
time of year inside the store.
No.
No, fresh tomatoes, everything else.
I do because ShopRite tends to get their stuff out of farms in New Jersey.
No.
So and that's where they're based. So it's
Gotcha.
not like they're importing. You know, it's
Yeah.
in their backyard, so to speak.
Yeah.
And you know, I've never had a problem. The stuff's always pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, they got the best corn on the cob. I think last week they had it on sale, 10 for $2.
Wow.
I mean, you go to any place else in there,
10 for $2.
Yeah, and the other place is like $10 a dozen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I got it one week. I got, I don't know, three for $1. I mean, they're always floating different numbers around there, but yeah, it was like 10 for $2,
Wow.
and
That's a lot of corn.
it's always been good corn. Always, I've
Yeah.
never
You
had
can
bad
always
corn.
recycle the cobs.
And right, if you have pigs,
He doesn't know what I'm talking about.
I do. I'm just wondering why.
use it like a toothbrush. Now he's got the
Oh
visual.
my god.
He's thinking about it. See?
Yeah.
No.
The days of old.
Yeah.
They didn't have toilet paper.
Nope.
10 for $2.
Yeah, I think that was last week. It might even be this
It
week.
was
I'm
cow
not sure.
corn, Rich.
No.
Delicious.
No. Even their white corn, the Silver Queen corn.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you get that. It's like,
Yeah.
Even their Silver Queen has always been like
Really?
spot on. It's been good, always.
No, we couldn't eat 10.
I'm not a big fan of
I know.
Walmart's produce. It seems like if you,
Yeah,
it goes bad
I don't-
fast.
You don't even know where it comes from.
Right. But I will tell you this, you get produce at Aldi's, that shit lasts forever.
Yeah,
I don't even know why, but it does.
You probably
It's
don't
like
want to know, right?
I probably but I'm serious. The tomatoes and the and the green pepper and stuff like that, they
Yeah.
all last.
Yeah.
Where Walmart's like, well, if you don't need it in a few days, that shit's gone.
I don't think I've been in Walmart in over a year plus.
Here it is, right here, Mike.
Is it still on?
Yep.
What?
It is on sale through Labor Day. 10 for $2 for everybody's viewing pleasure. Down here.
Oh, wow.
And I'll tell you, it's good corn.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. 10 for 2.
Yep.
Wow.
Don't pay $10 a dozen.
Let me see it real quick. All right, so you can only do it once.
Yeah, right.
So I'll go through and then Melissa.
But next week, yeah, well, you can. But next week, is that a digital coupon? I didn't look.
It is.
So as long as you each have a card, a ShopRite card, and it's got a different number on it,
Yeah.
you can do it twice. Listen, you can freeze corn.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I buy frozen corn all the
Yeah,
time.
you can freeze it and thaw it out and recook
So-
it. It comes out good.
I remember one time I did a Walmart order online, and it was basically just because we were out of frozen vegetables. So I just bought it.
Even the watermelon for $3.88.
Yeah.
You go to Walmart, it's probably $6 or $7.
Yeah.
I can see you are a shopper. In
Hey,
your
I'm on a
house.
fixed income, buddy.
He's retired, dude. Not like you, man. Not like you and Malin. I mean, you're rich,
No.
Loaded,
terribly rich.
loaded lash, and
Malin's millions. Yeah. Loaded lash.
Once in a while, I do coupons.
Paul,
I've gone to ShopRite for years. I mean, I'm not a big Y guy. I don't like that buy 2 and get 3 free because you're paying through the
Yeah.
nose for
Yeah,
what you're buying. I don't play them games. ShopRite's always like straight up, no BS, and
Yeah.
everything's good.
Yeah.
It's fresh. It's not like Walmart that comes halfway across the country. It's
Paul takes a money bath once a month
No, we went down
with hundreds.
with
Yeah.
hundreds and jewels. Money bath.
Yeah, we got BJ's and Costco. We use them a lot.
I like Costco. I don't buy produce or nothing there, but I do like Costco for some stuff.
Yeah, I mean we buy bulky paper products and
Yeah,
things
right.
like that.
Yeah.
I can't buy
You can't buy it anywhere else what they're selling it for.
no, and I
Yeah.
can't buy even BJ's the same thing because we have both.
Yep.
And I can't buy lots of quantities of meat and chicken because where am I going to put it?
Yeah.
It's only 2 of us.
Hey,
So-
same. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can't. We don't. Yeah.
Laura says, I buy at Stop and Shop because I like the deals and I use the points for gas discounts.
Yeah. I went to Stop and Shop in Norwich once, and I couldn't wait
It's
to
a
get
confusing
the,
store.
I couldn't wait to get the hell
Well,
out of
because
there.
you don't go there, so it's a
I was
confusing
like, what
store.
the hell? I'm out of here. I can't stand this
I
place.
went there about 3 months ago. It's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
like a mouse in a maze trying to find.
Oh
what you
yeah, I
want.
got out of there. I couldn't stand it. Yeah. So that's one of the chores you get when you retire, grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's one of your
It
chores.
gives you something to do for a couple hours, right?
So,
Yep.
are you ready for an epiphany? Well, it's not an epiphany, but this is one thing I did find out. Now we all know Ruben, the barber.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he has moved to Plainfield.
Oh.
And he's right next to the tire place
Okay.
up on the second floor. He's got a really nice studio up there.
Okay.
I was just there Saturday.
Yeah.
And Ruben's a great guy. He's just, he's just a genuine, nice guy. And he told me, I don't know if you know, in his former facility down here, which used to be the former Aramoni's Bakery,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And there is something that's going in there right now.
I've seen people going in and out.
Mhm.
Don't know what, but
I do.
oh, you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a massage parlor.
Stop.
What
Stop.
did you did you say what I thought you said?
Oh my word.
Yes.
Well, this is not next door to
Well,
the
it's
dog
not on.
groomer.
It's not in an
Well,
alley.
it's
it's
not
not
next
on
to
the
the-
front. It's in the front. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not next to the dog groomer.
Uh,
You know,
But you know what? You know who owns that building?
I know it's
Yes, she's
Yeah.
a Oriental woman.
Yeah. So,
yeah, but it's not what you think.
oh, I'm sure.
It's going to be a
This is a
legitimate
Well, it's
one.
gotta be.
legit-
Look at
yeah.
the big window they got there. I mean, you're gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
You can get a happy ending, but what their version of a happy ending is the band's going to show up with clowns. It's like,
Oh,
"Yay!"
I thought maybe it was like a happy ending at Friendly's.
A massage parlor. Oh my god. People's head.
You know, I thought about that. I'm like, why would you call a Sunday a happy ending? So anyway,
people's heads will explode.
yeah, and the band comes in there. So, but apparently it's a legit facility.
Yeah.
And
Well, there aren't too many around anymore. There used
Yeah,
to
I think
be,
about the only. Well, I can't say that. I know Norwich and Spa still does it.
yeah.
Thought there was a place out to sale in Four Corners too.
I don't know, but there's one right here in the building.
Massages.
This building? Oh, yes. Yeah, you're right. Down the road here. Yeah.
No,
In
I
this
know what you're
building.
talking about.
I'm talking about in the building.
I know it. I know
We
it.
said down the
Oh,
road.
yeah,
Well,
right
I-
over here. Yeah,
right next- yeah.
I know. Down
You
down
went
the
to it,
hall.
Twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twice. Her name is Tara.
Yep.
And she's an independent massage therapist, but she's also she's a physical therapist.
Okay.
Is really what she is. And I've been to places, I used to go to, all right, so the New You Spa in Waterford, the Crystal Mall.
Mhm.
And I think they're Vietnamese, the ladies that are in there. Very professional,
Mhm.
And they will beat the living shit out of you, and they're good and everything. But they're not, I don't think they're licensed massage therapists, to be honest with you. Tara, on the other hand, Tara DeSharo, who I hope I pronounced her last name right, but she's agreed to come on the show and talk, but she's on vacation right now. But I went in there. Did I tell you what she did?
Yep.
Okay, so did I tell you too?
I don't remember.
All right. Thanks, Paul.
No, you probably didn't.
No. Well, I was having a problem with my right hip. And it was to the point where I couldn't even drive for half an hour before I'd have to adjust because it hurt. And it was just bad. So I told her about that when I went in. And so she did my back and everything. And then she said, okay, roll over. And then she took my legs and put them in a figure 4. And then pressed down on this side on my foot. It was crossing over my leg.
Yep.
And you get it right in the hip. And all of a sudden, and I'm
Still
like,
fart?
no, that's what I mean. You think, right?
You're-
No, what
It's
it
like
was.
a gas release or something.
No, and all of a sudden my foot just dropped.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
I can't walk.
I said, did you just throw out my hip? And she laughed. And she said, no. She goes, I think what was there is that you had it could have been a tendon that was just stuck or whatever. And we just kind of pulled it out or whatever. And to this day, I have not had any problem.
That's good.
Any problem.
It's like chiropractors, I mean, you go. I've never been, but you talk to people that love going to chiropractors,
Sure.
and everything snaps and creaks and
Yep,
crooks.
yep.
I'm thinking, oh my god, it would be my luck that something would snap and break.
Yeah, me too.
They have some pretty weird techniques.
Ooh, yeah.
Now, Dr. Jenny in Plainfield, she's cool.
Yep.
Been her a bunch of times. Wayne went to her too.
Chiropractor.
Yes.
Okay.
But there's this thing called I don't know what they call it anymore. But they take a towel and they wrap it around your chin.
Yep.
And then they yank you. And then supposedly your whole back just decompresses.
Hmm.
I'm thinking my whole neck's gonna decombrake.
Oh my god.
So I don't know.
Well, that's going to be interesting over there, especially with the glass in the front.
Yeah, right.
They're going to have to kind of like put a petition in there. So.
Well, they already are.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, if you take a look, they're building individual little studios and stuff like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I'm going to continue to go to Tara
Yeah, right.
because she did an amazing job on my hip, and it really made a huge difference because, like I said, I couldn't even drive in a car. I really couldn't.
Yeah. Well, I hope people
I
take.
thought I was going for a hip replacement. I really, honestly did. It was that bad.
I hope they do well because don't forget with the last one that was there, they took a reputation wasn't too good when you start hearing massage parlors.
When the state police go in and raid them, yeah, no,
They're
it's not
saying,
too good.
No, not another one.
No. No, the word is that this is nothing like that.
On the up and
obviously.
up, yep.
This is an actual therapeutic
Yeah.
massage
They're
parlor.
going to have to take a little while to get people to get used to it.
Yeah. Okay. Remember when Arimony? There's a stigma at that building.
Yeah.
There's a stigma at that building. You had Arimonies who had it, right, and people loved it, and it was like, oh, it's phenomenal. Then a new bakery goes in. Yeah. It's not as good as Arimonies. We don't like it as much.
I thought it was.
Oh yeah, but I thought it was
I
fine
know.
too. But the general consensus was, and then
what
not
the-
only that, but it was also found out that they didn't bake a lot of stuff there. They bought it frozen, and that kind of stuff.
Well, it came up from their other store. Down,
No, it came
didn't?
from Providence on
Oh,
a truck.
Oh, Jesus.
So there was a lot of that.
Yeah.
And then this other dude, I don't even know where he went,
No, I don't know either.
but he was going
The
to
last
go.
guy?
Yeah, he was going to
Last
build
I
one.
knew, he was in North Carolina.
Okay, yeah. I mean, him and I hung out a little bit. I
I
mean,
talked to him.
yeah, he was a nice guy.
I went down there. I talked to him at length for a little while. He was looking for, a licensed electrician to do some work for him, and I went down and spoke to him. And I can't lie to you. I didn't mind giving him my time, but I made it clear you got to buy the material. I said because what he needed was not going to be cheap. I says,
Yeah.
and I'm not getting stuck on the hook for something like that. So we chit chatted back and forth, and
I don't think he had any money.
he didn't. He was broke at that point.
Yeah.
He had bought a couple of pieces of equipment that was still in plastic in there. Told me what they were worth, what he paid for them, blah 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 blah. He did have his girlfriend, whoever she was like the money on it, and I guess drove her into bankruptcy. I mean, it wasn't good. It really
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah.
But nothing ever happened. I says, well, Carl was his name. I said, well, Carl. I says,
That's right. Yeah, I got a kick out of him.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, whatever you want. I says, let me know. But I never heard from him again.
yeah,
And I
yeah. He
offered my
just
time.
vanished. Yeah.
Well, it ended up, went downhill, and that was that. We were over at breakfast one morning next door, close to him, and sitting there eating breakfast, and he came in, and he looked like he needed. He was stressed. I mean, you
Yeah.
could see that, and he came over and sat down to talk. I don't even know why. I was there with my sister and brother-in-law, and he came over and pulled up a chair and sat there with
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
Had a cup of coffee, and
He didn't know anybody, so
Yeah.
he was just trying to connect. with people.
But it was at the end of his tenure here,
Yeah.
and you could tell that there was issues, and they come over and said, hey, you still owe us for this one here, and put a couple of slips on the table in front of him, and he's like, yeah, and he digging around and pulled out some credit cards, and he wasn't a good businessman.
Yeah.
Had a great plan, I think.
He had a dream.
His family, his father or something, at the other end of the state owned a
Shelton.
bakery
I
down
think it was
there or
Shelton,
something. Yeah, I mean, he came from that line of work. He talked.
I
Like
talked to his
talked like
girlfriend.
He,
He said
talked
that
like he
she-
knew what he was doing, but
She said he was a master baker.
Yeah.
And we just never got to.
find out.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the stigma, right?
Yep.
And then Ruben goes in there,
Yep.
and Ruben
Killed it.
killed it.
Yep.
I mean, did great. It's just, it was too expensive.
Yeah.
Well, what's the
So-
common denominator there, right?
Yeah, right.
The landlord.
So now we have this. So we'll see what happens.
Well,
It was.
It's going to take a while. It's not going to be expected.
Huh?
It's going to take a while.
Listen, if it's an up and up place, and they're not afraid to, if they don't paint the window black so you can't see what's going on in there, I mean, people go. There's people that get massages regularly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
There really is.
I just think it's going to take a little while.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not
I
saying.
do too. I
Yeah.
do too, because I think unless they come in with unless the therapists that are there
Already have clientele.
already have a client base, that's one thing. But if they don't and they're starting new, you're going to get Charlie Crackhead walking in going, "Hey, what do I got to pay for this?
Yeah.
You take a check?"
Yeah, I mean, I just think the way this town is based on what's happened before. A lot of people are going to question it.
Of course they are.
Oh yeah,
They question people that are on the up and up anyway.
I know.
You know, it's like, I don't know about this
Yeah.
guy. I don't know about them.
Yeah.
So anyway, I want to thank, of course, the Burns Agency, sponsoring our lovely plush studios here at Paragon here on Main Street in Jewett City, the Burns Agency in Norwich and in Dayville, and be watching for the brand new SNSN Strain Family Motors SUV, the Silver Bullet. So anyway, okay, thanks, guys.
No, I'm just.
What,
I'm
what,
wondering
you
what.
getting it lettered up finally?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay, that's what I was.
yeah.
Wondering.
I'm just waiting for the.
So you just
Camaro
bought one. I'm
Signs.
thinking, what'd you do? Get another one?
No.
Oh,
Camaro Signs always does. They have
Yep.
done the lettering. They always do a phenomenal job. Matter of fact, you see the letters behind me? Those are acrylic, and he's done that. They did those as well. As well as that little lightning bolt or whatever it is. So, but they always do a great job. So, and we're looking forward to having that. And I'll feel much more safe in that car because who the F's going to steal it?
True.
You know. So I was with Rihanna one day and my youngest daughter, and we go to the casino because there was something that she wanted to see. So went ahead and locked it up. And I said, "I don't know where she guys." And she goes, "Yeah, well, you don't have to worry about it getting stolen." I said, "What do you mean by that?" And she goes, "Dad, if they get 10 minutes down the road, they'll get noticed immediately." Not because somebody knows it. They'll say, you got to say what's on the truck.
You say that. There's a plumbing and heating contractor in Baltic. I won't name him, but I do know him. Probably a year or more now. He had bought a brand new truck, had it all lettered up. It wasn't his only truck, been around for a while, and went to the gas station down in Ockham under the 395 overpass down there, parked his truck, must have left the keys in it, I guess, went inside, gone, took it right out of the parking lot. This is a plumbing contractor. He lost a lot with what he had inside that. Never mind the cost of the truck. And to this day, I don't know if they ever found that truck.
Really?
I don't know.
You would think it'd be pretty easy. You know,
Never heard any follow. It was in the paper. Never heard any follow up on it. Nothing.
Crazy.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's going to do it today. Thanks, guys. We made it through. We did have a guest scheduled for today. Was not able to make it. Tomorrow we have Rich Grabowski, one of the selectmen, and we'll be talking about scandal and
Scandal.
problems,
I thought it was different forms of government.
money laundering,
Oh, gee.
all that kind of
massage parlors.
yeah, all these seedy little things that the grizzled board of selectmen are involved in. Look out! Now, Rich Grabowski will be here tomorrow. I don't know what he's going to talk about, like government change, right?
Yeah.
Government changing different forms of
Different
government.
forms of government. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Like, do we want to go to a town council?
With Wayne and the Queen.
Yeah. Do we want to go to, a 5-member board of selectmen, or a 7-person board, or whatever? But these are all different things that. So if you're a grizzled resident and you give a shit,
Listen in.
That's right. So there'll be 13 of you. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. You might get some. You might have questions, about this as well. So anyway, Rich, thanks. Paul, thanks.